Hello everyone, Hunter Bakes here, back with another review for y'all. Before I get to today's video, I do want to take this time to thank you all for helping my channel get to reach into 109 subscribers. And thanks for the continued support, everybody. I'm getting closer to my next milestone, everybody, for subscribers, everybody. That'd be 200 subs, everybody. Also, one of my goals for 2021, everyone, get my channel to 200 subs. Now we're getting closer to everyone. Thanks everybody again for the continued support. And for getting my channel to 109 subscribers. And sorry for everyone, I'll try to keep it under control here. I also want to take this quick time to send my condolences to the Orndorff family. As for those of you who aren't following wrestling news, everybody, earlier this week, unfortunately, I can't remember if it was for Facebook or Twitter, Paul Orndorff's son brought the news that his father unfortunately passed away there. Orndorff's been well known for being Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff there back in the 1980s and 90s. During the time in WWE, back then called WWF, and over at WCW as well. As definitely said here, he passed away there. I remember seeing some of his matches there. Good in-ring work, and he had good mic skills, so definitely sad to see him pass away, but at least it's a better place now. But I do want to take this time to send my thoughts and prayers to the Orndorff family. Pay our respects, Mr. Paul Orndorff, the Mr. Paul Orndorff there. Rest in peace to him there. Now that all being said, everybody, today's back in a bit of positive movie, everyone. Today, everybody, I have another movie review. I have a movie review for you all there. It's been a while since I've done one, everybody, but with Space Jam, A New Legacy coming out a couple days for everybody. For a little bit, I've seen it as potentially a good film there. I figure it would hurt to rewatch the first Space Jam movie, everybody. Similar to people who grew up in the 90s, everybody, I got a strong nostalgic connection with the first Space Jam there. I've been a big fan of Looney Tunes since I was a kid there. So, I saw Space Jam there, that caught my attention there. So Looney Tunes featured it there. Plus, it was the film that introduced me to Michael Jordan there. Michael Jordan became one of my favorite basketball players of all time. So, we does have some extra points there for that there. So, but it has been quite a while since I've seen the film. So with Space Jam 2 coming out here, so everyone thought it would hurt to look back on the first one there and give my thoughts on it as an adult there. So, see if I still enjoy it or not. For those of you who are familiar with the movie reviews, everybody, you all should know, but those who aren't, usually I have 3 different categories there: plot summary, overall thoughts, and final recommendation there. So, overall recommendation there, so like that. So, without further ado, let's go get right to everybody. Film starts out in summer of 1973, where we see a young Michael Jordan practicing basketball in the middle of the night there, catching the attention of his father there. Those two have a father-son chat there. Michael Jordan brings up to his dad that when he grows up, he wants to become a basketball player. And he said we were so with basketball, he wants to be a baseball player just like his father there. After that, everyone, we have a montage here for Michael Jordan and his NBA career there. While the theme song for the main theme, Space Jam, the song Space Jam itself there plays there. Yep. That's our hiccup there, everyone. Then we move on to where Michael Jordan announces his retirement from basketball there after the passing of his father there. But he did say that his dad had a chance to watch his final basketball game there before he passed away. He also revealed that he was going to be becoming a baseball player there. So he brought up, he was a kid there, that whenever he told his dad that he saw basketball, he was going to become a baseball player just like him there. So that, but then we move on over into outer space there, up to a music part like play called Moira Mountain there. And the guy in charge is not too happy with the current status of the park there. Feels like the customers are dissatisfied with the current status of Moira Mountain there. And he's demanding new rides or attractions for the park there. That's when him and his minions stumbled upon the Looney Tunes there. And he feels like that's the change that he's looking for, his park there. So he orders his minions to go over to Earth and find Looney Tunes there and pretty much capture them and bring them back to Moira Mountain. After that, we kind of go back and forth between stuff going on in the Looney Tunes world and see Michael Jordan's status in life there and stuff like that. But eventually, the aliens do find the Looney Tunes there by literally going to around the Earth there, and then go in a giant circle there with the Warner Brothers logo and all that there. They're in the world of Looney Tunes there, so which I couldn't help but wonder if that served as a little inspiration for the Inner Earth thing for Godzilla vs. Kong. All jokes aside, there by back to the plot of the movie here. The aliens eventually found Bugs Bunny there. Pretty much had Bugs to get out of the Looney Tunes there, and they pretty much told them why they're there. They're pretty much there capturing them and stuff like that there. As when Bugs trained the aliens there by showing them the book on how to capture cartoon characters there, that the capturees must have a chance to defend themselves, stuff like that there. So they were like, well, it's in the book, so we gotta do it there. So Bugs and the Looney Tunes, other Looney Tunes had a chance to talk there, to figure out how to fight back against the aliens there. That's when they all decided to challenge into a basketball game due to their short height there. And since they were taller, they felt like they would have the advantage. So the aliens accepted there, but they didn't know much about basketball. So that's when Bugs Looney Tunes showed them a video there, pretty much explained the rules of basketball there. And the video brings up the NBA, how it's got the best basketball players in the world. And that's when the aliens decided to have the idea to go up to the surface world and take the talents of some of the best players at the time for the NBA, for players in the NBA at the time there. So that's really starts a side plot there with them, where they have to adjust not being so good at basketball there, stuff like that. After the aliens take the talents of the players there, they go back to the world of Looney Tunes there, absorb the talents of the NBA basketball players there, and they transfer to the Monstars, where they became really big and tall, and very good, but also very destructive at basketball there. That's when Bugs and the Looney Tunes had thought, maybe we should try and get some help there to fight back against the Monstars. So they eventually find Michael Jordan there, and literally drag him through their world by having, say, pull a rope there to the hole there while Michael Jordan's in the middle of a game of golf, and bring him down to their world, and pretty much explain the whole situation there. That eventually leads to the big game, where it's Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan taking on the Monstars there, stuff like that. That's pretty much a summary of the plot for Spaceship, everyone. Now on to my overall general thoughts here by start from everyone, try to keep it under control here, but anyways, everyone, now I had a chance to rewatch Space Jam there. Do I still enjoy it there as an adult? Answer is yes, although I do have some complaints there, which I'll get into here in a bit. But I do want to start out with the positives there, everybody. So everybody will say, everyone, Space Jam is definitely a movie not meant to be taken too seriously there, but definitely one of those films where you kind of have to turn your brain off there, enjoy the randomness that provides there. As this is a very random movie there, I mean, it's Michael Jordan crossing over with the Looney Tunes, so but despite how random the crossover is there, it's one that manages to work very well, manages to work pretty well there, so and the film does have a certain level of enjoyment to it there, but as for the Looney Tunes, everybody, obviously, they're going to be the best parts of the film there. Thought the voice actors who played Looney Tunes did a pretty good job, portraying the characters there, and did a good job with the interactions with themselves, as well as the live action people there. So, all the people in live action there. It is a hybrid movie, half animated, half live action there, so yeah. As for the villains and Monstars there, I thought they did pretty well in terms of their villain characters there, but not necessarily complex there, but, or anything like that, but, not for, movie by the Looney Tunes there. I thought they did a pretty good job in terms of the villain characters there, so they had to, and the film does have a pretty good amount of humorous moments there, so, I mean, I can't, now, a lot of them were chuckles there. Can't think of really too many that have me burst out laughing there, but there is a good amount of humor in the film there, everybody, so yeah. That's pretty much all the, kind of like the pros there, everybody. Now I'll tell something called everybody. Well, I do think the voice actors who play the lead tunes in Monstars did a pretty good job portraying the characters there. I felt like the live action actors there, it was rather hit or miss with them there. As some did pretty well there, others underperformed, and there were some people being a little too over the top there. In terms of them doing pretty good to a little bit, the performance being a little dry there, probably the best example would probably be Michael Jordan there. While he is still one of my favorite basketball players there, Michael Jordan's act in this movie was rather hit or miss there. Some scenes where I thought he did a pretty good job, delivering the lines there, but there were others where, he could have had a little bit more practice on there, my personal opinion there. So, in terms of actors being a little too over the top there, probably the best example is the guy who played Stan. Now, everybody can't remember his full name there. I think his first name is Drew there. I remember the actor there, but I can't remember his name at the time there. Can't remember his full name at the very least. But the guy who plays Stan there, I felt like he was trying to be a little too over the top there. Trying to be the comedic sidekick for Michael Jordan, the film there. Well, I didn't find him annoying there. He did have the least irritating parts of the film there. And I felt like he was trying, the guy who played him there was trying to be a little too over the top there, where the Looney Tunes were, not as, over the top as he was there, so, in some parts, so, based on how he was, how he was doing there, so in terms of acting, there being a little too over the top there, so for his character, so yeah. The next person over here was just a minor nitpick, everybody. Everybody forgot to mention for pros, I thought the 2D animation was done pretty well there. Portions of the film were done pretty well there. But they did use some, CGI there for, like some of the interaction there with the live action people there. Whenever they were trying to do stuff there. Like Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan Stan, since they were in the Looney Tunes world there, so that. I'm not gonna knock on too much there since this was still during a time period where CGI was still being explored there, so I had to, but I felt like they could have done a little better job making it a little bit neater there, and so I had to, maybe fit a little better with the 2D background interactions with the Looney Tunes and the Monstars there, but it looked a little weird there looking back on it there, so. There's the little bits of CGI they used, did not age very well there, so yeah. And speaking of Looney Tunes, everyone, well, I did state that, they do provide the most entertaining parts of the film there. I remember on some older reviews of Space Jam, I remember watching on YouTube, some people brought up that there were some bits where Looney Tunes feel a little bit out of character there. And looking back on, there are definitely some parts there, which probably the most notable example are some scenes with Bugs Bunny there, where during the part where him and the rest of the Looney Tunes are discussing how to handle the Monstars there, he ends up randomly insulting Porky by calling him Porkster there, which, I felt like was a little out of character for Bugs there, as, he's supposed to be more like the clever character there, not the guy that's kind of... I was supposed to kind of mean-spirited jokes there. It's kind of expected for more characters like Daffy there, but it felt a little out of character for Bugs there, so... I mean, there were a whole bunch of parts there, but there definitely were some moments there where I can understand some people feel like some of the characters for Looney Tunes were a little bit, not themselves there, so yeah. Everybody, the last little bit I'll be talking about here, everybody, is regards to Lola Bunny there. Now, a lot of you should be familiar with Lola Bunny there, as she has become a little character for Looney Tunes in the modern era there. Modern era fans for Looney Tunes. But in case y'all didn't know, Space Jam was actually her first big debut there in Slantum. And another thing I remember hearing some older reviews for Space Jam there is that, I've heard some people say that Lola Bunny was being sexual in the film and stuff like that there, but they felt like it was very awkward to have that in a kids movie there, so they had to, after looking back on everyone, well, there were some minor scenes, minor bits of film there. It wasn't anything too, distracting there or anything like that. Plus, they didn't have Lola do anything very appropriate there or anything like that. Plus, it's not like, the animators are trying to sneak in something, we have to pause at a certain frame to see it there, like when, and the rescuers there, if you pause the right moment, there's a lady who is coming out of the shower, she's topless there. Or in Who Framed Roger Rabbit there, in the car crash scene there, where Jessica Rabbit is a fly in the car, you see a little something there. There wasn't anything like that in this Weird By, so I felt like that was a little bit below proportion, my personal opinion. Plus, Lola Bunny's a fictional rabbit there, I just find it a little weird that, people are, complaining about the fictional characters there, being sexual there, even though they're not necessarily real characters there, they're not necessarily real people there, so that's just my take there, so I don't think there's any major, there were any major issues in regards to that there, so. However, looking back on this there, and, judging it on the debut for Lola there, this wasn't necessarily the best debut for her there, as she was probably the weakest personality-wise compared to the other Looney Tunes there, but as well, we did see bits of her personality there, her showing that she's not just a pretty face there, well, like when she stood up, she quickly put Bugs and one of the Monstars their place there, what they called her doll there, by showing off her skills as a basketball player there. Didn't necessarily see too much that there. I can understand why a lot of people remember Lola more for her design rather than her personality of her character there, as there wasn't necessarily much of one in Space Jam looking back on it there, so. So, however, she does, in later incarnations there, for Lola, she does show a bit more personality there, more energetic character there. But probably my favorite version of her being for the Looney Tunes show there. By the way, if you haven't seen Looney Tunes show, I highly recommend you check it out. Very underrated Looney Tunes cartoon there. Basically a sitcom, basically picture Looney Tunes, a sitcom show there. Lola was one of the most entertaining characters for that show there. She was displayed a lot more personality and energy than she does here in Space Jam there. So overall, in terms of Lola and her debut, made her major debut within Looney Tunes there. It's not the worst debut there, but I feel like the writers could have done more to make her more of a memorable character there. And give her more personality there, more standout moments within the movie there. So that's pretty much all I have to say in terms of pros and cons for the film everybody. Now on to my overall final verdict everybody. So like I said, everyone, overall I still do enjoy Space Jam to an extent there as an adult, but I do acknowledge that some aspects of the film did not age well there, but. And, there are some criticism warranted there, but like I said, it's a movie that's not meant to be taken too seriously there. And, definitely one film that, the right mindset there, just turn off your brain, enjoy the randomness that the film provides there, but, so, yeah. So, for fans of Looney Tunes and the NBA there, I feel like they'll probably get a good kick out of this film there, but have a good amount of enjoyment of the film there. But outside those there, if people aren't necessarily too familiar with Looney Tunes or the NBA or Michael Jordan's history as a basketball player, or weren't a fan of either franchises there, then this movie probably won't do much of a difference in terms of changing their minds in that department there. So, as for my overall file for everybody, as you all know, I got my 5 different categories there. There's the must-buy / must-watch, which goes to some of the best films and other forms of entertainment I see there, which I recommend people check out there and add to their collections. Then there's a watch it rated there, which goes to forms of entertainment I think are pretty good. Then there's the rated there, which goes to things I think are just okay. Then there's the ignore rated, which goes to movies I don't think are that good. Then there's the Let It Burn way, which goes to some of the worst films I have ever seen. Other forms of entertainment I've seen there. I want people to avoid like the plague. And for Space Jam by, while I do think fans of Looney Tunes and the NBA will probably get killed this there, unless you're somebody that's into checking out random crossover movies there, if you don't have a strong nostalgic connection with Space Jam there, or aren't a fan of Looney Tunes or the NBA there, then this film might not provide much entertainment for you there. So, overall, by Space Jam gets a rated rate for me there, so it can be enjoyable, everybody, but I feel like it's definitely a film that's more focused on its rather, target, demographics there, the fans of the respective franchise are focused on, that being the NBA, and fans of Michael Jordan, and the Looney Tunes there, so yeah. Outside of that, don't know if it'll provide much entertainment for other people there, if they're not too familiar with properties there as Phantom, so. That's pretty much all I have to say here, everybody. Wraps up my review, everybody. Next movie review, everybody, will be on Space Jam 2: A New Legacy there, so I'll try and watch it in either HBO Max or the theaters there, so make sure I'll see that. I'm going to try and make sure that review comes out this weekend there. Friday's up for that, everyone. If you like what I saw here, make sure the like button, new channel, subscribe, and bell notification icon so we see any uploads. I will see you all next time. This is our Big out. Peace.